Yeah, on to day 5. Ruby Doomsday, drawing from the clock. She's got Curiosity, Righteous Anger, which gives us a die. If we're dealing with a threat, let's go ahead. Let's hang on to the Righteous Anger. Let's do Curiosity. All right, so Ruby will not be able to avoid because of her Curiosity. Normally, she has the option to discard a card to avoid. It's Kudzu. We don't want to avoid it. We want to defeat the Kudzu, which will close this for free, and then just leave the last 2 nexuses to us, which we can close by finding the pollution. All right, so this is gone. We now have Kudzu. The best way to deal with Kudzu is with body. It's fine for Ruby. She's got 4 dice. It is strike or study. Ruby has a point in strike. All right, and we want to do everything we can to make sure this doesn't fail. So the first thing we're going to do is have Matthew Lockhart assist and mutate the Kudzu using one of these 5 cards, counting down from the top. 1, 2, 3. It is Unseen Kudzu. Which means 3, evaluate, cannot play evaluate powers. All right, that's gonna be a little painful. Rerolling's not an evaluate power, right? Play, cannot play. It involves cards, right? Okay, let me just double check how screwed we are. Power, a rule that is activated to impact the game. So I think assisting might apply. That would be brutal, though. It's shutting down the whole point of assisting. Although we've already played the power. It's not something that we actually play or implement during the evaluate step, right? It's something that we are implementing during the mutate step. So I think it's a done deal. It just means when the evaluate phase rolls around, we cannot do anything further to affect the game, as per the definition of power. Yeah, this might normally be something that I would do a little Googling or to check on, but I think I'm confident enough to just go forward saying we still get to re-roll because of the assist. We just can't play further powers. That has now been shut down. All right. Well, we just got to make sure that it happens. So we're going to get these dice. We can still go ahead and rig the odds in our favor. So let's have Dr. Z's use his Wolfram Cube when assembling versus a mutated card, which it definitely is. Recycle it to add 1 body die. There are no more left, so we use a bonus die. Let's also have, we want to make sure this happens. So let's also have Matthew Lockhart use his Wolfram. Can you use 2 copies of a card? Yeah, I can't see anything that says you can't. I think what I'm thinking of is that you can never use a copy of a card can never copy itself. So, but I think we're clear to use a second Wolfram Cube. So that adds a body die, which turns out to be a bonus die. Let's recycle the Grifter, who gives us the ability to take a card from someone else, to take the extra shot from Dr. Al-Aziz, and then use it for its boost ability, which gives us another body die, which is our final bonus die. All right, so here's what we're rolling to try to reach the target of 14. If we fail, each card gets a new threat. And also if we fail, we're gonna sacrifice the top card of the clock. Because it is an unseen batch of Kudzu, Matthew Lockhart is assisting us and we'll be able to re-roll 4 dice. So here we go. All right, there is our 14. We are fine. Oh, shoot, man. Once again, I almost got ahead of myself. As per the rules, of course, it's not that easy. When you terminate a master, which is what we've just done, the master is going to try to escape. So we did win, so we're going to seal the nexus, but then the kudzu, because kudzu has a way of getting into everything, it's just going to run off to another nexus. But that's fine, because then when we find it, we'll just automatically get to close the nexus again. And of course, the good news is we don't have to do this right here, which would have been easy for us. So we have, this automatically counts as guarded. We're all sitting here and we just beat the kudzu, so it can't come in here. It's going to go to one of these two places. So we will shuffle this back into the deck along with a randomly drawn omen from the box. One nexus gets a new omen, one gets a lovely strand of kudzu. And the cul-de-sac is shut down, along with all those lovely gifts that we put in there from the stash. And let's see, we will all repair to, and then we'll all go to the woods next. Now, unfortunately, if you get to the sanctify step, you can't back up to support or investigate again, which you can normally do. So even though Ruby has this lovely omen of hope, which I would love to use over here at the woods, we cannot go back to an investigate step. So we go to the end step. She fills up her hand to 5, and we move over to Matthew Lockhart's turn, who draws from the clock. An omen of hope, sustenance. If he assembles using body, he's going to add a die. So we are going to use that in the woods, which will flip them to their hope side. And we discover extra razor blades. So a rage of 7 is a pretty simple thing to do, as long as you have more than 2 points of rage, which is all that Matthew's got. He has no strike, so, I mean, a 7 on 2 dice. If this is craps, I would know what to do. I mean, we're gonna, in order to get a red card, let's burn a red card. So let's use the pink taser. I'm not gonna sacrifice it, I'm just gonna discard it to boost. It gives him a bonus die because it's got charm. And then it, of course, gives him an additional rage die. All right, we just need a 7. There we go. We have no more omens to play. So he refills his hand to 5, and it is now Dr. Z's turn, who draws from the clock. An omen of hope. Righteous anger means if he faces a threat, he gets a bonus die, and he faces a threat, a disjunction point. Hey, it's like a guest appearance from season 3 of Westworld. It's also the titular artwork. All right, disjunction point. We, of course, Dr. Z's use our mind to try to fight a disjunction point. That's 4 dice for Dr. Al-Aziz. Anyone who can conjure would get a bonus die or 2, but that does not apply to Dr. Aziz. We need a 13. And we have options. So I could use the worry beads to give me a boosted mind die and to then invoke the skill resist, which would give Dr. Al-Aziz another die. But I could also use it to shrug off any damage that's caused. This would be buried. But then again, if we don't, you know, it's not a gift. If we don't win, it's going to go right back in there. Let's see, win, examine 2. Oh, I do like that. Lose, it moves to now. Okay, yeah, we can't afford to lose against this thing. So I'm going to use this for the, or do I want to use the memory killer? No one really needs healing, and we're doing well enough. So let's use the memory killer to boost our mind, which all the mind dice are gone, so there's the bonus die, and to invoke hack, which gives a bonus die. All right, let's go with this. If this goes poorly, I have some other tricks up my sleeve. So we need a 13. And we got a 14, which will do just as well. Win, examine 2 and return the examined cards in any order. That means if it's not specified, it means at the nexus. So that's gone. That's gone. We are looking at this. Oh, well, there we go. And then, well, hello. Okay, so what do we want to face? Pollution, which would then let us do a check, or kudzu, which if we beat it, would close this down without a check. And who's going next? We do have an omen of hope that we'd be able to use. So choose a virtue and win versus a new wicked gift. I do like the idea of getting more wicked gifts for Dr. Al-Aziz, because when he plays a wicked gift, its cost is reduced by 1 step, which is a pretty significant shift. And plus the pollution is so much easier to deal with. Although Dr. Aziz, yeah, the pollution is so much easier to deal with. Well, yeah, all right, so we're putting the pollution on top of the kudzu. So the disjunction point, let us look at those 2 cards, and now we're set up very nicely for the next turn. Fill Dr. Aziz's hand to 6 cards. Come over to Ophelia, draw from the clock. Let's go ahead and use the Omen of Hope. It's kind of nice that we'll reduce damage if we take any, but we're not going to take any because we're in this to win this. So this is pollution. Oh, let's actually look. In confront, reduce your damage to 0. Are we in confront? Yes, because this is during initiate. Where did it go? Yeah, and that's part of confront. So we suffer 1 body damage, but in confront, we decrease our damage to 0. Sorry, pollution. Of course, that doesn't help everyone else who has to take their point of damage. Ophelia is suitably indignant to not get hurt, but everyone else is like, okay, point of body damage. Point of body damage. There go our picks. And a point of body damage. Dr. Al-Aziz loses his Omen of Doom. All right, so the pollution has done its thing during the initiate step. We want to try to get 14 or better. We are, of course, going to use Mind. That is 3 dice for Ophelia Willows. Study is the key word here. It's not something Ophelia Willows, even though, isn't she from UC Berkeley? Where did I get the sense that she was from? Oh, I think it's on her divider card. I mean, that's, you believe me, right? You'll take my word for it that she's a UC Berkeley student. It's not hard to believe. All right, so let's get some more dice in there just to be safe. Let's also get Dr. Al-Aziz to assist. He's going to let us re-roll dice 4 times if we need to. And that means that this pollution is mutated. This actually hasn't bitten me in the butt yet. I'm sure so far this has been pretty forgiving, these mutations. 1, it is unseen pollution. Remember, we want a high number. We did not get 1. Re-roll the highest die. It's not so bad. We will use illusion to boost our mind. Actually, do we have any charm stuff that, no. I think this is just a great example of how Apocrypha is just so understated and creepy. What's even going on there? It's just an empty hotel room. Is there anything creepy that I'm missing? And the text, the tiller method. 1, overlay a subtle reality on a physical reality. 2, make the subtle physical. Right. Okay, so we are using this to boost mind, which gives us 1 more die. It uses conjure and sense. Ophelia has 1 point in each of those. It is a mutated check. We have, where did those bones go? Yeah, we have bones next to us. We've got options. All right, so we're just going with this roll to try to hit an 11, which, go on. Actually, to try to hit 14 to avoid the byproduct of pollution. All right, we have a 12. So we've won. Let's see, can I get 2 more points in there safely? I think I can. Oh, I was going to use the Mondrian cell, which has ways that you can adjust the target. But that's just going to determine whether you succeed or win. It's not going to determine if the result is less than 14. All right, so that won't help. Let's see, what do bones do? Oh, shoot, and I also re-roll the highest die. All right, so let's see, before we do any other manipulation, because there's an order here. Re-rolls are first. So, just re-roll this one. Oh, huh. All right, it helped us, haha. Thanks, unseen pollution. I actually don't think I can do anything. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do the, if the result is less than 14, shuffle a new body gift into a random nexus. Which, could it be this one? It's during the evaluate, so I think it could be the one that we're at. Because it hasn't been closed or anything yet. So yeah, it might just go into the nexus that we're at, right? Into a random nexus, yeah. All right, here's our body gift. On a 1, 2, oh wait, we can re-roll dice. Hold on a second. Let's re-roll these two for Dr. Al-Aziz's assist. Oh, perfect. Yes, we don't have to put this back. We don't even have to do that. We don't have to / get to do that. All right, the pollution is defeated. That is gone. But now we get to go to Sanctify. And to seal this, choose a virtue and win versus a new matching wicked gift. This is a card that we're going to want Dr. Z's to eventually get. Let's see. And it can be anyone at this location. I'm going to try to see if we can get some fun wicked rage gift for Dr. Al-Aziz. So for the actual check to sanctify, anyone at this location can do it. We're going to have Ruby Doomsday. Win versus a new matching. Choose a virtue. Yeah, we're going to choose Rage, Ruby Doomsday, and we're just going to flip these till we get a wicked gift. There we go. A banhammer. A 12 is what she needs. So what's going on here, it's a card that when you are investigating, if you come across a gift or a golem, it's basically one of the other chapters, you can just take a do-over, and if it was a gift, you can just trash it. So yeah, if you see a gift you don't like, you can be like, yeah, never mind, you reload this card, or, wait a minute, what's one cheaper than reload is show. Actually, no, that's as cheap as it gets. So the fact that this is wicked, I don't think helps Dr. Al-Aziz. But still, you see a card, so actually anybody can use this. See a card you don't like, you just put this on your deck, trash the card, assuming it's a gift, and go again. Awesome. All right, well, let's make sure we win. Ruby Doomsday gets 3 dice against it. Of course, it's a hack or a strike. Gives her this die, because we definitely want to succeed. Let's sacrifice the taser, which gives us 2 rage dice. So there's a final rage die and a bonus die. And let's have her assist herself. So this is now a mutated banhammer. Here are the 5 options. It is 2. It is fragile. How fragile? 3. We must recycle 1 gift. She will recycle the sword cane. All right, so we need a 12 or better, and we can re-roll 3 dice, which we won't have to do. So this goes to Ruby. We did succeed at closing this. We do take, I think we take the master. I think this gets shuffled in there, right? Let me verify that. Oh, shoot. Once again, yeah, so this, because it was in the deck, means that the Nexus is not sealed. I should have fought this instead. What was I thinking? Yeah, so this gets shuffled back into the deck, and now it's sitting there. So our work in the woods is not quite done. And that was the way that Ophelia Willows ended the next to last day. Actually, you know what? We have 5 cards. Oh, yeah, we shuffled an extra card in here because of some encounter. I forgot what it was. But we can actually go 1 turn into 1 more day. So at any rate, we've got 5 more investigator turns. And this was our 5th day. Join me next time for our 6th and hopefully final day. If not, we have 1 turn into 1 more day. See you then. Oh, shoot a monkey. Ugh.